welcome back. On screen you'll see the measurements of the cardboard that I'm using for today's project, and I'm adhering them together with hot glue, starting with a larger piece of triangle and going around with the narrower pieces. And then another large piece on top to form a box. So I'm leaving the bottom hollow. I'm using quite strong stiff cardboard, and I make 2 of these boxes. I'm going to make an L-shaped kitchen counter, and I start by covering these boxes with wood grain scrapbook paper. I just cover the edges that are going to be seen, as like I said, this is going to be an L-shaped kitchen, and I am going to make a separate counter later. I'm using a dog food container, emptied and washed out of course, for my sink, and I'm drawing around it with a pencil, and I want it to be slightly smaller than the outside rim. And then I'm going to cut that out. So I'm showing you here exactly where I sort of want the line, where I want the little sink to fit in and sit. So carefully cut that out. Until the sink fits neatly in. Now I'm going to stick the 2 boxes together again with hot glue to form my L shape. At this stage I cut another piece of cardboard. It measures the same width as one of my boxes and about 12 inches tall. So I got these tile stickers from eBay, and they come in a pack of, I think it's 10 or 20, and they're self-adhesive. So I'm going to stick those onto my wall to act, and also the back of the breakfast, where the breakfast bar is going to be, to give us a nice tiled finish. So when I'm sticking them down, I go over the edge so that we have a clean finish at the edge of our wall as well. And then we just continue to line them up. We only really need to cover the pieces of the wall that's going to be seen. I have gone right down both sides to the bottom, but I haven't covered the bit in the middle that the unit is going to be stuck onto, and I haven't covered the back. So next I use a piece of foam board to cut out the counter. So I lay my kitchen counters upside down on the foam board and draw around them, leaving a little bit of excess lip around the 2 edges that I'm showing you here, and also leaving it a bit longer at one side of one of the counters that I want to use as a sort of a breakfast bar, and cut it out. I also draw around the hole that I made for the kitchen sink onto the foam board and cut that out, as the sink is going to have to go through the foam board and the cardboard. make sure it fits. It doesn't really matter if the edges are tidy around the hole because they're not going to be seen once the little sink goes in. So next up, I glue the counters onto the backsplash wall. And then I cover my counter with marble effect contact paper. Let's again cut out the hole for the sink. And now I glue the counter onto our units, lining up the hole in the countertop with the hole in the cardboard unit for the sink. Let's put some glue around the hole and fit our sink in. Next up, I cut rectangles of cardboard and cover them in wood grain paper to act as cupboard doors. So I cut quite a few here, and I'm going to stick 2 on together below the sink. I also cut smaller rectangles to act as drawers. And I have this printable of a cooker front and a hob top. I actually printed this out from the internet. If you want me to add it as a printable on my blog, I can do that. So once my drawers are on and my cupboards, I use these curved silver beads for handles. And attach with hot glue. I cover my cooker and my hob with clear tape to give it a nice glossy, glassy finish. And then stick on. I used to use glue stick to stick these on. I cover a piece of cardboard with the same marble contact paper to act as a base for my faucet and taps. I make my faucet from wire, bend it into shape. and use my wire cutters to cut it to the desired size. I put a little bead on the end of the tap, of the faucet, and hot glue it onto my piece of cardboard. I use these crystal teardrop beads upside down to act as my taps. And then I go ahead and stick the whole piece of cardboard behind my sink. I use a silver button for a drain. And then I begin accessorizing with some miniatures. I also use some high stools that I borrowed from my daughter's Barbie set to go at the breakfast bar. And I bring in my dolls. And I also bring in my fridge from a previous video to add to this kitchen scene. I'm not sure if I have footage of that, but it works really well with it. So now the dolls have somewhere to hang out and chat and have a coffee. I really love how this space turned out. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up below, leave me a comment or emoji, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming soon. If you'd like the chance of a shout out, comment below with #dollminiverse. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.